Welcome to the top 10 horror movies to watch this Halloween 2020. The first movie on our list is Sinister. An author moves his family to a new home. He ends up searching for his next crime mystery story, but ends up being caught in the middle of his own horror story. I certainly wouldn't suggest watching it alone in an empty house, but that's just me. Break out the popcorn and a broom, because this one isn't going to leave room for sleep tonight. Number 9 on our list is Jeepers Creepers. A brother and sister on the way home to visit their mother end up driving down a long stretch of highway in the middle of nowhere. A curse brings about a terrible beast that stops at nothing once it gets on their scent. While parts of this movie do spike your adrenaline, this would classify as more of a fun horror movie for me, because to me, Justin Long is criminally underrated. Next for number 8 is The Descent. A group of women take a cave diving trip in order to help one friend get over the loss of her husband and child. Complete darkness, trailing memories of death, and extreme claustrophobic scenarios. What more do you need to feel uneasy? This movie has its jumps, but it leaves you with an overall uneasy sense of dread that stays with you after the credits roll. Horror movies don't always have to be scary. Number 7 is Freddy vs. Jason. Maybe it's childhood nostalgia, but I thought this movie was extremely well done. Some of the two biggest horror greats battle for the souls of children of Elm Street. While this movie doesn't scare you, it is really just a fun movie to watch, and it's definitely worth it during the holiday season. Plus, it definitely has its comic relief moments. Number 6 is responsible for a different type of fear of technology. The Ring. Check your cable wires and phone service because you don't need the stress of static after watching this movie. From its premiere, The Ring was a horror classic. While some of the CGI aged a bit, the overall terror of the movie still holds strong. Either way, I'm not answering the phone just to be safe. Number 5 is the most vile and graphic movie on this list. When two couples are on a cross-country road trip, they're sent down a path of horrors. From the twisted mind of Rob Zombie, this movie goes far with their gruesome scenes, so much so that it's hard to believe there isn't a group of soccer moms campaigning to get it banned. Freddy makes another appearance on our list, coming in at number 4, the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Few other horror movies still hold up to this classic horror movie. I mean, come on, singing kids, nightmare sequences that lead to actual death. This movie is real fun to watch. Even if some of the effects have dated, I will always vote for this movie to make rounds during the horror season. One of the few horror remakes that were done well, number 3 is Dawn of the Dead. After a mismatched group of survivalists hide out in a shopping mall from the zombie horde, chaos ensues. Probably one of the most realistic movies when it comes to showing what the survivors do during their downtime, this fun and generously gory movie easily makes it to the top of this list, because I'm always dying to see it. Yep. You're welcome. Haunted houses are back with The Conjuring coming in at number 2. A family is being terrorized by an evil spirit of a child murdering crazy woman. Not only do these people abuse every unwritten law of living in a haunted house, but they play hide and go seek with blindfolds on. I mean, come on. Could there be anything scarier than that? Just stay out of the basement, unless, well, you're into the whole dying thing. Number 1 on our list of top 10 horror movies for Halloween 2020 is the original, the classic, Halloween. Surprise, surprise, I'm a sucker for the classics. Obviously, I'm not suggesting this movie is going to scare you into a nightmare-fueled insomnia, but it's a classic for a reason. Also, there's a reason none of the remakes have been able to capture the scary feeling of the original. Well, thanks for watching the list of top 10 horror movies to watch for Halloween this year. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment below to let me know what type of lists you'd like to see next. I'm your host, Kyle, and stay scary,